Okay, to be able to use this mockup, it is a little bit more confusing than some of the other ones. First of all, it's got a bunch of different hidden layers in here, and we're looking for where it says Smart Object. I've already checked this out. It's really long, so I think the smart thing to do is to grab the Layers tab, pull it over here to the side, which is going to make it so much longer and make this easier to do. I'm going to click to open this caret. Turns out I could change it here, but I'm just going to go ahead and also open the making file. And then I'm going to look for smart objects. This top piece right here is this top cup. The second one is the second cup. What you really want to do is just change this one right here. So if I double click on the fourth cup down, or I could do the same thing up here, click on the smart object, not on the mask. Click on the smart object. It opens up a whole new window right over here. Then I could go up here and pull down to file, and I could copy and paste, or I can just go File, Place, Embedded. Pick the first one, because you're going to have to do this twice. Hit Return to activate that. And then I'm just going to close this layer by clicking on the little X here. And as soon as I do that, it's going to say Save the changes, and I'm going to say Yes. I don't know if you're happy with that. I think that it looks like it's very low on the cup, and that maybe it should be a little bit bigger. So I'm going to go back and double click on the smart object, and here's the problem. Got all this extra white up here, just a little bit down here. So I'm going to go up here to where it says Edit, Free Transform. Sometimes, whether this thing is set with the lock button on, if I try to start to move one of the corners and it looks like it's allowing me to stretch the proportion all over the place, I don't want to do that. I want to hold the Shift button down. The other thing is that rather than growing it from this top right corner and pulling it way over to the side and having to reposition it, I guess we'll call it that I'm lazy. So I'm going to hold down the Option and the Shift button to lock my proportion, and that's going to grow it from the middle. And I'm not going to make it too much bigger, but maybe to here. And then I'm going to move it straight on up so that it's kind of floating in this space, so that this is about the same as this down here. And when I think I've got that set, hit Return to activate that. Again, click on this until it's a save. And when it returns the smart object back on in, it's rendered it on the cup. You can keep doing that just by continuing to click on this until you've got the positioning right. I'm going to click the X because I've decided this time it's okay. Now to change the color of the cup, I'm looking here, they've already color marked it for us. I'm going to go to Color Option. And since the cup is blue, I'm just going to double click on this blue thing here. When it does, it's going to pop me up a picker, which is going to allow me just to slide this around and decide, do I want it to be much a very olive colored one, forest green, more of a blue green. Keep sliding around in here until you decide what kind of color of green you were looking for. And then you could also always lighten it some, or decide to make it an even darker color of that. And then when you've got that set to be wherever you want, just click OK. And at that point, you're ready to go ahead and do File, Save As, and call it like front side, or something to that effect, which then allows you to come right back in on the same thing and do the same thing all over again. So that's how you do that.